Hey, what's up guys, it's New Comic Day. Today is going to be a pretty light week, but I am really excited because we're meeting up with a old coworker of mine, and he's also really into comic books, or well, he's trying to get more into comics, so we're meeting up with him, and we're just going to have some fun. There's a couple number ones that we released this week. Zatanna number one, which is from the DC Next Level, and there's another Image number one, which I believe is called Red Roots. It's a horror number one, so yeah, pretty interested in that. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be pretty light week, so yeah, let's go. Elaine, there are some Darth Maul stuff, but it's not the series you were looking for.
Oh, just some like OG stuff.
Yeah, just some other, yeah. I don't know if you still want it though.
I might take a look at that.
Yeah, this is number one, so.
That's a good cover, right? I got a piece of everything.
Yeah. I think it's an homage to where like Thanos has like the gauntlet. I think so. I don't know. Yeah. So it's Darth Maul, red, white, and black or something. They're like anthology series. So it's like little short stories about the character or their world.
Cool.
And then obviously only in the 3 colors that they say. What I found. So when he goes to hell, definitely find this.
Just came, but like.
Oh yeah.
Was that? Yeah, so you came, I think it was last week. Yeah, so
They weren't here last Wednesday.
yeah, yeah.
They
And
couldn't make it in Saturday.
and they also didn't come this Wednesday until now, so that's why I'm like,
Yeah, I like that one. You see, you got me with that.
No. I think I got myself though.
I don't want Loki. I don't need Loki.
I know.
Quite a bit of money I'm spending. But if I don't look at the prices, it doesn't matter.
Do you want a camera for your birthday?
Yes, actually, like legit. Yeah.
Okay. I know a guy that knows my mom, or my mom knows a guy that I know that my I don't know.
Oh wait, do you want a microphone?
Am I gonna be like you? Hello guys, welcome to the vlog. We are at Barnes and Noble to get Superman, and then there's Batman on it, and then they make out, and then they live happily ever after. There we go. Now that's how you attract the audience.
See if they have Absolute Wonder Woman. Wait, no, this is the second book. Oh my gosh. I want the first one. They had the second one, but not the first one.
Oh, unlucky you. Nightwing.
Do you have money this time? Because last time you didn't. Demon T.
Nightwing.
The 5th turtle.
That's Jenica.
Yeah, it says it right here.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Bitch.
Oh, he's yellow.
It's a girl.
Oh, she's yellow.
don't even know what this is. Oh yeah, you guys. There's peak right here. Why? Because of that. Let's keep it PG-13. Where are all the other sexy women at?
$35.
Oh, I know you want to watch this.
Rebirth. I watch it. I'd watch it for like the vibes, not for anything else.
You should watch this. I love it. Hear me out.
This one? Yeah. Well, no.
Put that shit down.
Not to. Keep recording. Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Oh. That's not my fault. Oh.
Just take it down in the cart now, though.
Actually, I think you got that. Notice the distinction in his cheeks. Yep. That's cool.
All right, it's the next day. Had a lot of fun yesterday. It was very nice seeing my coworker. It was very nice hanging out with friends. Yeah, it was just a really fun day. As you guys saw, I did see the drama, and of course, I bought like a lot of other stuff. Again, spent more money than I wish I did, but it's okay. Here's the haul for today, but before I talk about this, I'm gonna talk about the books that I read last week, which were just 2 books. I did read most of the Superman and Supergirl Day stuff, but I don't really feel like talking about it because they're mostly like back issues, so there's no reason to talk about them. I did like the first issue, Woman Tomorrow, I like that, and the first issue of let me look for it. The first issue of this Supergirl run, I really liked it. That ending was really good. Yeah, surprising. I don't think I'm gonna read the rest of the run. If I do, maybe in trades, but yeah, I liked it. And then of course Adventure Time, which I did also read. I love that. I love that a lot. First of all, the Sentry #2. Spoilers, obviously, for these issues. I absolutely love this. It was so good. Again, this does deal with heavier topics, such as a depressive episode. So beware of that. We follow Sentry as he's reacting to this like crystal infection that's taken over the world. He's obviously a very powerful person, so he feels the need to help, as he should, because he's a hero. But he is dealing with a depressive episode because his dog has cancer. Throughout this whole issue, we see how that affects him and how it alters his reality, both like metaphorically and literally. There's a lot of people in this issue who want to connect with Sentry, with Bob, but he doesn't let them because he doesn't recognize that as like friendship. He just doesn't want to let them in, like Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, the Hulk, and his wife, of course. But yeah, he just doesn't want to let them in because he doesn't feel like he should. Obviously, he's in the wrong. He should let them in, but like that's what happens with depressive episodes, unfortunately. Despite all that, there is also some really good, heartfelt moments between the Hulk and him. They do fight, like that's the whole premise of this issue, that they fight. Really good, wholesome moments with them too. They do a really good job in this issue with writing him as like somebody that really understands you, that really tries to. He has like 3 or 4 lines, but they're really nice lines. It was nice to see Hulk portrayed in this way. But yeah, because of this crystal infection that's taken over the world and his depressive episode, you know, he's overthinking a lot of stuff because he does feel the need to use all of his power to do something, but he also needs, like, he wants to take care of his dog. But at the same time, he doesn't want to overextend himself. You know, he doesn't want to use his powers like as a god. He wants to be like a normal person. He doesn't need all this power. He doesn't want to be able to cure his dog like it's nothing, because that's not how life should be. And he knows that, but it still saddens him. And the same thing goes for like the whole crystal infection. He thinks he can go like just kill the bad guys as the void, and then that will solve all the issues, but it doesn't. And because of this moral frustration between himself and the void and Sentry, and like how he should use his powers, he just becomes like really, really frustrated with himself and doesn't recognize Bob or the Sentry or any of his friends anymore, and he only recognizes the void. That's how we end this issue, with him as the void and nothing else. So yeah, really, really good. I loved it. Really, really looking forward to the rest of the series. And then Spider-Man, sorry, because it's the Marvel one. Absolutely love this too. Really, really great books last week. I'm not sure if I loved this one more or the first one, the actual Superman, Spider-Man, the DC one, but they were both really good. For the main story, definitely my favorite this issue. Yeah, it's just a really nice story about, you know, Spider-Man and Superman working together and how they came to be who they are. Obviously, a very major focus on both their like mentors and role models, because yeah, I mean, role models really do affect somebody, and their teachings really make you into the person who you are eventually. But yeah, it's a really, really fun relationship between these two characters. You know, Spider-Man is always like making jokes, and Superman is always willing to laugh. In this issue, we do see how Spider-Man is like, you know, average guy. Anybody can be under the mask, and he is willing to accept his weaknesses whenever they confront them. And Superman is always willing to help people with their weaknesses. Like, he's willing to admit too that he himself is not the strongest and most powerful being that there is, and that he can help you overcome your weaknesses. Amazing art, amazingly written, really, really good main story. Yeah, really loved it. Some other stories I want to talk about are the Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang one, which again has last issue with the who I think was Lois Lane and Mary Jane. I want more of them. I don't want the female characters to just talk, oh yeah, we're the superheroes' girlfriends. They can do more. There's other stories within this issue and the last issue about like secondary characters doing their own stuff, and they don't have to bring up Spider-Man or Superman at all. Why don't they do that with them? They're their own characters. Their dynamic at the beginning of the story was really, really fun, and then it just sidetracks into like them talking about Spider-Man and Superman for the rest of the story. It just they could do so much more with these characters. I don't know. It's not even like they're afraid of writing like women at the forefront of the story, because they do that in a few stories. But I don't know, with like the human side characters, I just want more of them. Please, just please, Marvel, DC, give me more of them for their next crossover, whenever you guys do it. I don't want them to just talk about, oh yeah, Soups is like this, or Spidey's like this, or Peter Parker's like this, or Clark Kent is like this. I want them to be the characters of their own story, please. Another one of my favorite ones was the Mysterio vs. Superman one, which is honestly like the Thing and the Avengers versus Mysterio. But yeah, it was just a really good story by Jeff Johns. So not surprising, really. Mysterio affects the whole world with like a rage ring, like a red ring, and well, he affects Hulk, and then Hulk transmit it to everybody else. Well, a few superheroes aren't really affected because like they're just not. It's not in their nature, like Superman, sorry, or like some other people. And the Thing is also one of them, but they don't know why he's not affected. And we learn throughout the story that it's because he deals a lot with rage, but not towards everybody else or the outside world, but towards himself. And, you know, that's not healthy. So that's why he isn't affected, because he's just so used to rage that it doesn't bother him. But yeah, again, Superman makes him realize that, hey, maybe that's not the best thing in the world. It's not always clobbering time. That's a nice quote. And then at the end of the story, when they win and they overcome the Hulk, there's this really nice moment between the Thing and Bruce Banner where the Thing is like, hey, maybe we could just talk. Because there's always like a frenemy situation with them too, like who's strong or whatever. And they're always like these big monsters who are always angry. But Ben realizes like, hey, maybe we should just talk. And that's nice. I really like that story. It's just some other moments from other stories that I really liked. The Miles Morales Superman one. There's a moment where Miles asks Superman like for some advice, and Superman just says, "Hey, I always overthink of a lot of stuff, especially when I was younger, but I realized that no matter what you do, as long as you show up with the intention of doing the right thing, that's all that matters. Everything else is just secondary. It doesn't matter what you do, just show up with the intention of doing good, and that's everything." And I love that. And then in Symbiotes in Metropolis, which is basically Jane Foster and Wonder Woman, I don't know why they named it that. Yeah, there's this nice moment where Jane Foster as Thor was talking about like how Diana is this like god and this amazing person and this like warrior, and Diana's like, yeah, you too. The reason why Mjolnir chose you as the next Thor is because you are who you are. It's a really nice contrast between how they talk about Diana and how they talk about Jane. They're both complementing each other, but Diana doesn't feel the need to overdo it because she knows that Jane Foster, all she needs is to be Jane Foster, and that's enough to be Thor. That's enough to have the power of the gods. And they show this panel of Jane in just like her, like in the hospital gown. You know, she's a cancer patient, so she's bald. And they say, and all I see is Jane Foster in all her mighty. And it's just that panel. And it's really nice. It's really powerful. But yeah, really, really good issue. If you haven't read this, definitely read this and the last one. All these crossover events between Marvel and DC are really, really good. And then for the stuff this week, yeah, as you can see, I have a book. You can already see what book it is. So yeah, might as well start with that. Really, really excited for this. Got the Project Hail Mary book. Honestly, this might take me like a year to read this because I have a lot of books that I need to read, and I don't really read that much anymore. I just mainly read comics, but not like actual novels. But yeah, hopefully I do read this someday. Again, movie is an absolute 10 out of 10. Favorite movie of the year so far. For the actual comics, some previews. I got this cover because I just needed to complete like the $10 quota for my LCS because I didn't have cash and they can only do card if it's over $10. So I just got this Amazing Spider-Man issue 801. So just cool cover, nice cover. And then for the new stuff this week, first of all, I got this. I'm really excited for this. Another movie poster homage that actually came out this week. It's not a back issue. It's a Feral 22. It's a weapons movie homage. Honestly, first time I watched Weapons, I didn't love it. But then the more I thought about it, the more I saw clips about it and, rewatched it a bit. It really, really grew on me. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. Another comic that I just got because of the cover, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, sorry, number 27. Again, really, really cool cover. I was doubting on getting it because I didn't want to spend that much money. But like it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's really nice. I love the pink and yellow. It's so cool. Hopefully one day I can make a comic wall and then this would definitely go on it. For the next one, I'm actually really interested in. It's a new Image number 1. It's called Red Roots. It's about a high school teacher who gets caught up in some weird stuff. It's something like that. Yeah, really excited for this. It's horror. So again, nice to not have just superhero stuff in the comic collection. So yeah, definitely talk about this next week. And then something that I really, really loved. I don't know if I ever saw this at the LCS that I went to, but I saw it this time and I just needed to buy it. It's a Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky, issue 13. I got it for cover price. And you guys already saw in the vlog. This is the issue where he goes to hell to save Foggy, I believe. Yeah. It's so cool. Daredevil is my favorite superhero, as you guys know. The Chip Zdarsky run is one I really want to read, not only because I know it's good, but like the art is amazing by Marco Cacchetto, I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite like Daredevil artists ever, and like Spider-Man too. His work on Ultimate Spider-Man is so cool. Really happy to have this in the collection. And then last but not least, a new DC #1 from the Next Level event, Zatanna #1. Uh, I don't know how excited I am about this, honestly. I don't really know much about Zatanna. I know her from the Young Justice show when I was a kid. But yeah, I mean, it seems fun. Paneling looks great. Good art. So yeah, I'll be talking about this next week. Hopefully it's good. A lot of mixed thoughts about Next Level. You know, I wasn't the biggest fan of Deathstroke. I thought Lobo was okay. I loved Firestorm and I loved Batwoman, so yeah, it's about a 50-50 with Next Level. But yeah, hopefully this is good. All right, and that's it for comics. And as you guys saw, I did see The Drama, which is a not recent movie. It came out maybe like a month ago. Starring Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. It's a complete shit show of a movie, but I loved every second of it. The story is just complete chaos, but it's so intriguing and tense. You're just on the edge of your seat like every moment. Spoilers for the movie, obviously. So it follows this couple who's about to get married, but a few days before the wedding, they discover a really big secret about one of them. The girl, again, spoilers and kind of a trigger warning because this is a bit of a heavier subject. Well, not a bit, it's a heavier subject. When she was in high school, around 15 years old, she did plan a mass shooting. She never went through with it. She didn't actually like kill anybody, but she did plan it though. And so obviously this causes this whole commotion. And yeah, the story just surrounds from there. I get why the husband was like shocked by this, and I get why he thought, oh, I don't know this person anymore, because planning a mass shooting is something that doesn't just like happen on a whim. It's something very serious that people should be concerned about. But as this movie shows you, we don't do anything until it's too late. And people don't always react in the best way. First of all, I just want to say society needs to be better when it comes to mental health awareness within children, especially. We don't have to wait until the tragedy happens to tell them to not do it. We have to prevent that at all costs. People, children, everybody needs to learn like, hey, if you need help, ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. But this movie just shows perfectly like how society wants to do that, but doesn't really do that. So the husband, he goes on a whole downward spiral. Like, obviously being a couple, you know, he doesn't just leave her. She thinks he will once he finds out, but he doesn't, because you know he's trying to be a good person. He's like, okay, explain to me how it happened, like why. You know, we could talk about this. She doesn't want to talk about it, which it's understandable, but you know, also it's not like something you could just put away. The husband, despite how many talks they have about it, he just doesn't completely believe it's all okay. A lot of times he becomes a really perfectionist, narcissistic piece of shit, and that's it. He does a lot of horrible stuff that are just not excusable at all. Just because he needs her to be perfect. He had this idealized version of her in his mind that he discovers isn't real, because obviously nobody's perfect. But he just doesn't like talk through it, like really talk through it with her or with the therapist. He just like talks to her with friends, or like tries to like, you know, skim the surface with her, but like not really go like, it's because they do go into it, but he just doesn't understand. He thinks everything is black and white. And I get why he would think that, but like still, she didn't go through it for a reason. Like, there's a point in the movie where he's like, oh, but like, if this didn't happen, this didn't happen, this didn't happen, this didn't happen, you would have gone through it. Like, yeah, obviously. But like a lot of stuff that did happen, maybe sure it was circumstantial, but like even then, it happened, and it made her not do it because she realized what she was doing was wrong. And that's like the whole point, for the people to realize what they're doing is wrong. Like, yeah, she might have a bit of issues, but like, go to therapy. Go to therapy together if you feel like it. I don't know. And then a lot of characters. There's this one character named Rachel, which perfectly encapsulate society as a whole, because she's her best friend, and once she finds out, she just completely loses it. She just doesn't want to talk to her at all. She said that because her cousin was paralyzed in a mass shooting, which is fine, but like Emma, who's the protagonist, who's like the person who planned the shooting, she didn't go through with it. She didn't go through with it. She regrets it. We see how she regrets it, but they just don't want to believe her. Or I don't know what's going through their head. But yeah, despite how much I hate a lot, like all the stuff that happens in the movie, that's the whole point. It's supposed to be like a reflection of how we react to that stuff. And yeah, it does it really good. That's why I said it's a complete chaos, but I loved it. It's a really good movie. If you feel like you can handle the subject, definitely watch it. Yeah, I think that's it for this week. What did you guys think of last week's books? Have you guys watched the drama? Any movies you guys watched recently that you liked? Yeah, hope you guys had a nice new comic book day, nice week overall. See you guys next week. Bye.